going to talk about doctors. Doctors' profession, healthcare, everything that is connected with this. So I'm waiting for you to come. Please join our discussion, and I hope that today's class is going to be interesting. We have got a few minutes, so let's arrange our materials in a proper way and let's wait for the students to come. Let's make a pause. So, my dear, I'm waiting for you. Leave everything you are doing and join our class. Hello, Chung. How are you? Do you hear me? Hello, hello, I don't hear you. Say something. Hello, do you hear me?
I'm here.
Okay, introduce yourself, please.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Jung. I'm from Vietnam.
Could you spell your name, please, in the chat box for me to remember and understand it in a proper way?
Yes.
So you're welcome to write it in the chat box.
Yes.
So at the right hand, you've got a chat. Do you see it? Please, could you write your name there? Okay.
Yes.
Hello, Michael. How are you? Nice to see you today.
Hello, Oksana. I'm fine. And you?
Fine, thank you. How was your day?
Uh, Usual weekend. Nothing. Maybe I going for a walk because it's good weather today
Because of the weather.
without the rain. Yes.
Today is a splendid weather and a very wonderful day. I agree with you completely. We've got one more student, and I'd like you to write your name in the chat box, please, for us to understand it better. Okay. Yuri, hello, how are you?
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine.
Fine, thank you. How was your day today? What have you been doing today?
I'm going and taking CS test for sailors. I started watching this test.
I beg your pardon? What have you been doing? Do you have a sister? Did you go to visit her?
CS test. I am taking CS test for sailors.
Test. A kind of a test. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
And now I writing a resume and
And send it.
send it.
I've written a resume and I've sent it. Okay, good. Today we are going to continue talking about doctors' profession. And now I'm going to share the handout with you. Please open the file. Tell me if you can open it.
Open.
Good, great. What about you? Chung? Can you open the file? Click on the link and open the file. Can you open it?
Okay, I open it.
Hello, Evgeny. How are you?
I'm fine.
Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you too.
Great. How was your day today?
It was fine. Nothing special. It was sunny all day. unlike the last 1 month.
I understand. So it's a Sunday evening, a day off. I hope that you've had a nice time and you've had a chance to have some rest and be with your family and friends. Today we continue talking about our friends doctors. So
Evgeny, you need to read the Viber account.
Excuse me, what do I have to read?
The Viber account.
Viber account, okay.
here is a handout for you. You're welcome to open it. Okay. Is it possible to say, everybody, have you a possibility to open the file? Yuri, can you open the file?
Yes, I open the file.
Chunk, have you opened the file? I hope you do. Okay. Yuri, you're welcome to start. So let's discuss the text. Let's read it.
Doctors are cool. They spend all their day helping people and saving lives. There can't be many better jobs in the world. I wanted to be a doctor when I was a kid, but I was not good at science. I think doctors are among the most important people in society. They should get paid lots and lots of money. It's not right that bankers get paid more. Doctors are really clever and very kind. They never seem to panic or get angry. Every time I've seen a doctor, he or she has always made me feel better, not just because of their treatment, but also because of their kindness.
Yes,
It must
thank
be
you.
amazing being a doctor and knowing all kinds of stuff about the human body. It would be pretty useful being a doctor because then you'd know what was wrong with your own body.
Buddy. Yes, thank you for your reading. And now I'd like you to listen a minute and have a possibility to read together with the speaker. Okay? So please get ready. This is the same text. And try to read together with the speaker. Are you ready? Yuri?
Yes.
Okay.
.com. Doctors. Doctors are cool. They spend all their day helping people and saving lives. There can't be many better jobs in the world. I wanted to be a doctor when I was a kid, but I was no good at science. I think doctors are among the most important people in society. They should get paid lots and lots of money. It's not right that bankers get paid more. Doctors are really clever and very kind. They never seem to panic or get angry. Every time I've seen a doctor, he or she has always made me feel better, not just because of their treatment, but also because of their kindness. It must be amazing being a doctor and knowing all kinds of stuff about the human body. It would be pretty useful being a doctor, because then you'd know what was wrong with your own body.
Okay, thank you for listening. Was it difficult for you to read together with the speaker, Yuri?
I read про себя читал.
Yes, okay. Was it difficult for you?
No.
Okay. We've got one more student, Sergey. Hello, how are you? Do you hear us?
Yes, I can hear.
Good, great. How was your day?
Thank you, I'm fine. What about you?
Fine, thank you. Today we continue talking about doctors. We've just read the text and listened to it, tried to read together with the speaker. Do you find that reading together with the speaker is a difficult task? Sergey?
I think no.
No. Okay. So I'm going to share the handout with you. Please open the link. Tell me if you can open the file. Click the link. And we are going to continue. Well, and the question to you, Yuri. Do you think that doctors treat us and heal us not only with the medicine, but with their kindness and their kind approach to us? Yuri?
Maybe. I think there are different doctors.
So what kind of doctors are there?
Some are kind, some are not.
What kind of doctors have you met in your life?
I met
Met.
kind doctors.
Kind doctors, yes. Sergey, what about you? What do you think about doctors?
I think it's very good people who help us.
Who help us?
Yes.
So what do you think of when you hear the word doctor? What do you associate the word doctor with? Sergey?
I don't know how to say.
Yuri? Can you help
Clever.
Sergey? Clever, okay.
Clever, help,
Ready to help. What
ready to
else?
help.
What else? Okay. People in white gowns, first of all, wearing white gowns. How often do you go to see the doctor, Sergey?
Not very often, maybe
Once a month or more?
one time in a month.
One time in a month, okay. What about you, Yuri?
To the dentist I go half a year. Вот полгода.
Yes,
6
half a
months.
year. Yeah, right. Chunk, do you hear us? Do you hear us? Is it possible to talk? Say something.
Yes, I'm here.
So, what do you think about doctors? Today we are talking about doctors.
The the doctor is very good. The the doctor help people as help people about healthy and
Do you often go to a doctor?
I go to a doctor one time a month.
Once per month. Okay.
Yes.
Sergey, do you always feel better after you visited the doctor?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. How do you find a good quality doctor? Is it easy?
No.
Really? Is it easy to find a good doctor? What do you think?
The doctor is good.
Okay.
I think no, because for example in Ukraine our education is not very good and doctors in my country not right.
I think who started well, that it was a good specialist.
Yes, you're right. I agree with you completely. Alexandra, hello, how are you? Alexandra, do you hear us?
Yes, hello.
Hello, today we are talking about doctors. What do you think about doctors? Is it easy to find a good doctor? How do you find a good doctor?
Yeah, it is.
Can you make your mic louder?
Oh, I don't know how.
A little bit louder.
You can't hear me?
It is very low. Try to make it.
Okay, I will be back. I will make it more.
No, it is good. It is okay. We can hear you, but it is very quiet. Очень тихо, very quiet.
Да, я поняла. It's not very easy to find a good doctor. Sometimes some doctor can cheat and can be some doctors can be not very honest with people and it
betrays them sometimes.
Betrayed, yes. And sometimes doctors, not very good doctors, can be mistaken in very important things like in taking blood and не заразить человека чем-то, how to say.
In making a person have another disease, some catching disease, infectious disease.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
right. You're right, I agree with you completely. So what do you think about the costs of visits to a doctor in your country, Yuri? How much does it cost to visit a doctor?
I visit a dentist.
In Ukraine, how much does it cost?
I don't know because I'm not visit. I visited a dentist last.
Sergey, do you think that it is expensive to go to a doctor in Ukraine?
I think it's not expensive. It's not cheap. It's expensive.
It depends.
It depends. 100 hryvnias, I think.
100 hryvnias, yes. Alexandra, do you agree with Sergey? How much does it cost to go to a doctor in your country?
Actually, I don't have any idea because always my mother treat me.
Is your mother a doctor?
Yes, she studied not a doctor but feldsher. I don't know how English feldsher.
Practitioner. Yes, she's also kind of a doctor. You're right.
Yeah, and she is very good, and she at this sphere of
She always tries to help you.
Yeah.
Yuri, do you always believe what your doctors say, or do you sometimes doubt him or her?
Doubt? What is it?
Doubt? You hesitate that it is true. У вас есть сомнения, doubt.
No, when it comes to doctor, I have no doubt.
What about you, Sergey? Do you trust doctors or do you doubt in what they say?
I think more I trust doctors, but not always.
Not always. What about you? Would you like to be a doctor, Sergey?
No, I want
Why?
to be economist.
An economist.
Because
Okay.
I don't like biology and
Chemistry.
Chemistry.
Good. Alexandra, what do you think are the worst things about being a doctor?
responsibility, maybe.
Responsibility. Huge responsibility, you're right. What else, Sergey? Yuri, can you add anything? The worst things about being a doctor?
Liability.
Yes, what else?
I don't know.
A risk and something like that. Stress, a huge quantity of stress. People have to live stress in kind of stress all year round working.
Not well paid.
Yes, the lack of salary, being underpaid, and something like that. All of that are disadvantages of being a doctor. So, what are the advantages of being a doctor? What are the good sides of being a doctor? Yuri, what do you think?
Helping the people.
To help the people, yes. Sergey, Alexandra, what do you think? What are the advantages of being a doctor?
High salary.
Well, not so very high salary. I wouldn't say that it is an advantage. It's a little disadvantage because the salary is very low in Ukraine. Maybe in other countries, in USA, in Canada, and in Western Europe, the salary is really very high, and it is.
It depends of kind of doctor.
Kind of doctor, yes, okay. And the salary, okay. Okay. If you were a doctor, which area would you like to specialize in? Sergey. What kind of doctor would you like to be if you had a chance to be a doctor?
Dentist. Dental.
Dental doctor.
Yeah.
Dentist. A dentist.
Yeah.
Yuri, what about you? What would you like to become if you could have a chance to become a doctor?
Dentist.
Dentist. Alexandra, what would you like to become?
If to be more honest, I would like to be a dentist as well.
A dentist. Chunk, what about you? If you had a chance to become a doctor, what kind of doctor would you like to be? Yes? So, I think that you are going to listen today, am I right? Try to listen to what we are going to talk about, and maybe another time you'll try to speak. So what do you think about when you're sitting down waiting to see the doctor, Yuri?
I'm not hearing the question.
So what do you think about when you are sitting down waiting to see the doctor, for example, a dentist?
When I sitting,
Yuri, Alexandra, can you help?
My feeling.
Yes, Sergey, you're welcome.
Okay, when I was a child, it was very scary. I'm afraid doctors when I was a child.
You were afraid of doctors.
Yes.
I'm afraid too when I was a child.
So was I. Yes, Yuri can say.
White carrot, white.
Scared so much about them, about going to a doctor. What about you, Alexandra? Are you scared of going to a doctor?
Yes, it depends on which doctor waiting for me. So yes, sometimes I very scared.
Yes. So what childhood memories do you have of doctors?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yes. What childhood memories do you have about doctors?
Oh, I remember when my friend always afraid of dentists, but I have never afraid of them. I don't know why.
I was never afraid of them.
I was never afraid of them. Yeah, and I don't have any bad memories about them from my childhood.
Yes, good of you. That's really great. Sergey, what about you?
I don't know. I don't understand the question. Maybe can you repeat, please?
So, in your childhood, were you afraid of doctors or not?
Yes, of course. Very afraid.
I was afraid of doctors very much. Usually we put very much in the end of the sentence. Yuri, do you prefer male or female doctors?
As dentist, I have a male.
A man as a doctor?
Is a good doctor.
I prefer female doctor because she's a more
sensitive, kind, pleasant looking.
Yes.
Something like that. Alexandra, what about you? What would you like to say?
About what, sorry?
Would you like to have a man or a woman as the doctor?
I don't know. It depends again on which doctor. Sometimes it's very good when sometimes man can say more than woman, I think.
Yes, I agree with you. Completely good. What about surgeon? Is it good for a woman to be a surgeon or not? and do a surgery to operate the people on?
I forgot who is it, surgeon?
Chirurg.
Chirurg, yes, you're right.
Chirurg. Oh, thank you.
So, Yuri, can you help?
I'm not hearing the question.
So, as far as you know, surgeon is a very difficult specialty of a doctor. So people have to be very wise and intelligent and very smart doing an operation. What do you think? Is it better for a woman to be a surgeon or for a man?
It's better. I know a lot of surgeons, a man.
For a man. For a man. Yes, okay. Sergey, are there any famous doctors in your town or city that you know?
I know Uglov. He died at 99 years.
You're right. What other famous doctors do you know? Sergey, Alexandra, do you remember any famous doctors?
Amosov, maybe.
Yes, Amosov, you're right. Who else do you remember?
No, unfortunately.
Okay, Sergey, do you remember any doctors, any famous doctors all around the world? And in Ukraine or Russia?
I don't interest in it.
I'm not interested in. I wasn't interested in it.
Yes.
Okay. So what is patient confidentiality? Alexandra, what do you think about this question?
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Can you repeat?
Confidentiality, patient's confidentiality, what is it?
Sorry, what does it mean, confidentiality?
So when a person or a patient comes to a doctor and tells about his disease, doctors have no right to tell about this disease to anyone else. It's a kind of a secret.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I got, yeah, it's, I think it's very good rule for doctors. Don't tell any problems of person to public. And I think that it's very good that you can trust doctor and to be уверенным.
Okay. So Yuri, do you think that doctors talk about patients or gossip about them? Yuri?
Talk.
Do doctors talk about patients and gossip about them?
Gossip, I don't remember what is gossip.
Gossip, сплетни.
No.
No, Sergey, what's your point of view? What's your opinion?
I agree with Yuri.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Alexandra, do you agree with the guys?
I didn't hear. Sorry.
Do you think that doctors gossip about patients? They talk about them at home and with their colleagues, with their friends? Or not?
No, I think that they sometimes share with their family and friends.
Sometimes. Only sometimes. Do you think that doctors should be allowed to talk about their patients, Alexandra?
No, I think that it have to be like deadly secret.
Okay. Do you know what the Hippocratic Oath is? What do you think of this? Yuri? Клятва Гиппократа. The Hippocratic Oath. Do you think what is it?
I don't remember.
Alexandra, do you remember? Sergey, can you help?
I know that they can't have any relationships with their patients.
Patient?
Patients, yeah, and they, I don't remember what else.
So the most important rule of any doctor is not to make harm. Do you agree, Yuri?
Yes.
and try to heal and treat a person and make him or her healthy. So what is the ideal doctor? What kind of person makes an excellent doctor? Sergey, can you describe an excellent doctor?
Excellent. What is excellent? I don't know.
The doctor that is good doctor, that tries to help a person, that is very helpful and something like that. Can you describe him?
Describe.
Описать.
Very difficult.
Difficult question, yes. Alexandra, Yuri, can you help? So what is an excellent doctor?
We
Yuri?
want doctors who can emphasize and understand our needs as a whole person.
Yes. The person who tries to heal a patient and make him healthy. Now let's come back to our handout. Here is a dialogue. Let's read it. We've got Josh and Todd in the dialogue. So Yuri and Sergey, you are welcome to start.
So, hey Josh, how are you doing?
Sergey?
Where is it?
In the handout after the questions. Here is the dialogue. Have you found it?
No.
Do you have the handout? Can you open it?
The link?
Yes?
Yes, I have opened.
Okay. After the questions, we've got the dialogue.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
hey,
let's read the dialogue.
I'm Josh, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Can you repeat, Yuri, please?
So, hey Josh, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, doing pretty good. Josh, how old are you?
I'm 17.
17, so you're kind of at the start of your life.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
That's pretty awesome. So what do you want?
Awesome.
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 Mm-hmm.
So what
Awesome.
do you want to be in the future? Like, what are your plans?
Well, obviously, I want to go to college, and after college, I've thought about going to optometry school to become an eye doctor. Yeah.
Yes.
Todd?
Yuri?
Yuri?
So,
You're welcome to read. Todd. Wow, an eye doctor?
yeah. Oh, an eye doctor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is it made you would want to be an eye doctor?
I guess it kind of started when I was really little, and I got glasses for the first time. And when I got those glasses, I put them on, and I really needed them. And no one found out that I needed them very quickly. And so when I first put them on, I looked around, and everything was so much brighter.
Yes.
And I think my mom always says that when I looked around, I said, "Mom, I can see the trees and I can see all the branches." And it's so cool. And she didn't realize how badly I needed them until right then. But that moment, I always will remember that. And then the other reason is that my cousin has had lots of eye problems and ended up going blind. Ended up going blind on in one eye. And I remember asking him to go to a 3D movie with me one time, and he said, "I can't because you need two eyes to see 3D." And I love 3D movies at that point, so I felt so bad for him that he couldn't see a 3D movie, and that was that kind of made me feel like I needed to fix people's eyes. Oh, it's
Good of you. Yuri, go on, please.
That's a great story. So you want to be an eye doctor for some time?
yeah, ever
Since
since I was basically 6.
6.
So are you doing things right now to help prepare yourself to get into college and become a doctor?
Absolutely. Just I researched the classes that I should take to be able to make it that far. And so I'm taking those classes and doing everything I can to get in that direction.
Oh wow, that's great.
Looking at schools and everything.
Now I think you mentioned that you are actually taking online classes through a Meet, and you are in high school.
Yes, that's right. I'm just looking at them. They're free to do, so you can watch the videos whichever ones you want. And they're really interesting. The professors and at Meet are really cool.
MIT are really cool.
And at IT. Mhm.
Well, that's great. So your parents must be really proud.
I don't know about that. I hope so.
So do you have a fallback plan, like if you were not able to become an eye doctor, would there be another profession you would be interested in?
Recently, I've been looking at biomedical and engineering as well.
What is that biomedical engineering?
Biomedical engineering, it's engineering like anything, so building things, but with the biomedical part means that you build things that interact with the human body. So, for example, the new goggles, goggles or glasses, those are actually developed partly by biomedical engineers who just help to create the fit and make you they wouldn't cause hatches or injuries or anything like that. And then also heart stents or any medical device like a heart rate monitor or a pro prosthetic. Those are all made by biomedical and engineers.
Oh wow, that sounds like an interesting field.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, good luck with your career. I hope it all pans out.
Thank you.
Yes, we've got a idiomatic phrase here. It all pans out. What do you think it means, Yuri? I hope it all pans out.
Все получится?
Yes, everything is going to be fine. And here we've got the exercise. The words find out, fallback, biometrical, optometry, and pan out. We have to fill into the gaps. Let's do this exercise. You restart. First sentence is yours.
I will join the army if college does not fall back. If college does not.
Yes. What do you think is the best variant here?
Pan out.
No.
Fall back.
Fall back, yes. The next one. Sergey, you're welcome.
Just biomedical. He got into college.
Okay. The next one, Alexandra. Number 3.
Eye doctor study biomedical.
No, optometry. Optometry. The next one, Yuri.
He has a degree in biomedical science.
Yes. Next, Sergey.
You should always have found out.
No, no.
No. Pen out.
Here is the fallback plan. So if something is not good, you have to make a plan B. So this is the fallback plan. And in the second sentence, it is find out as the variant. So we have mixed these two words. And now the test. Answer the following questions about the interview. Yuri, you're welcome to start the first one.
Jones wants to be an optometrist.
And to go to college. So two variants are correct. Sergey, the second.
He wanted to be a doctor because of
his poor eyesight, or his mother, or a book he read.
I think.
What do you think?
B.
His mother? Yuri, do you agree?
Yes.
Because of his poor eyesight. He didn't see the object very well, and he wanted to improve it and learn something more about it. That's why he wanted to become an optometrist. So because of his poor eyesight. 3, Alexandra. Read, please.
I didn't read it, but I can guess.
He was also influenced by a famous movie, his cousin, or his uncle. What do you think?
Maybe his cousin.
His cousin. Yes, you're right. This is a correct variant. Yuri, number 4.
Now he's taking classes online.
And researching classes.
Researching classes.
Both variants are correct. Sergey, number 5.
What is his fallback plan? I think it's B.
Studying biomedical engineering. You're right, it's correct. And Alexandra, number 6.
Todd says he hopes it goes right off the bat.
Todd says he hopes it pans out.
Oh,
he hopes, yes.
Fallback?
It pans out that everything is going to be fine. It pans out. Everything is be okay in this case. Good. And now I'd like you to retell the text in a nutshell, in a very short way. Yuri, what do you remember from the text? From the dialogue?
That Todd and Josh are meeting, and Todd asking what Josh is doing.
Yeah, right.
Josh says that he feels good, and he asking Todd how he feels.
Yes. Okay.
Todd asking Josh how old is he. He said he is 17.
Yes.
And Todd says that he started his life at 17 only.
Yes. Sergey, why did Todd decide to become a doctor, an eye doctor? Sergey?
Because he has a problem with eyes.
Yes, you're right.
Thank you.
And what is his fallback plan, Alexandra?
Oh, I don't know. I'm reading it now because I wasn't able to read it.
You weren't able to read it, yes. You're right. And now we are going to listen to a short podcast about visiting a doctor. Let's listen to it. Take a pen and a list of paper and try to put some notes about what you hear. Good? Good. Tell me if you're ready.
Ready.
Sergey, are you ready?
Yes.
Alexandra, do you have a pen and a list of paper? Are you ready to put some notes down?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, let's listen to it.
Welcome to English as a Second Language podcast number 234. Seen an eye doctor. This is English as a Second Language podcast, episode 234. I'm your host, Dr. Jeff McQuillan, coming to you from the Center for Educational Development in beautiful Los Angeles, California. Remember to visit our website at eslpod.com to get the learning guide for this podcast. It has all of the vocabulary, the definitions, additional sample sentences that use all of the new words that we explain in the podcast. It also has additional meanings of words.
I've been getting a lot of headaches the past few weeks, and my coworker suggested I go see an optometrist.
Okay, let's take a look. Do you wear glasses or contacts?
I used to, but I had laser eye surgery 3 years ago, and I don't wear them anymore.
I see. Well, let's check your vision. It may be that even though your vision was 20/20 after the surgery, it's changed, and you are now either nearsighted or farsighted. Cover your left eye and take a look at the eye chart. Read the last line that you can make out.
I can read the fourth line down. X, C, D, O, M, A.
Okay. Cover your other eye and do the same. Good. I'm going to have you look through this machine, and I want you to tell me if A or B is sharper and clearer. Okay. A or B? A or B?
A is a little blurry. I think B is better.
Okay. I think that you've developed some farsightedness and will need reading glasses. I'm writing out a prescription for you. When you've picked out a frame, give them the prescription and they'll make your lenses. Any questions?
So, do you really think I need reading glasses? I'm not that old.
I'm sorry to say that you do. Some people have to get them earlier than others. At least you're not having any serious eye problems like glaucoma.
Yeah, I guess that's one thing to be grateful for.
Thank you for listening. So what have you remembered? What have you found out from this listening podcast? What do you remember, Yuri?
Seen on a night doctor. Second language come to doctor. Los Angeles, California, pod.com. Vocabulary definition.
Okay. What about the dialogue?
Meaning of words, a lot of headaches on let's take a laser surgery. I see. Well, let's check your vision. 20/20. Left eye comes the last eye. POMAA comes the other eye. Do the same.
Yes. So the doctor was checking the patient and her eyesight. Am I right?
Prescription.
He wrote a prescription for her.
Serious eye problem. The glaucoma.
Yes, you're right. Sergey, what do you remember from the podcast?
It was Dr. Priya, I don't know.
Yes. Alexandra, can you help? What do you remember?
I remember that there were the eye doctor and
a patient.
Sorry?
A patient. Her name was Virginia. You're right.
Yeah, Virginia. She came to him, and she come to him, and they decided to check it out her view, or have not view, but how she can see. She said that she had a laser surgery, and she didn't need glasses anymore. And then he said that she needs license,
Yes.
and she was a little upset because she thought that she would not wear it anymore, and
She was upset about it.
yeah, upset about that.
Yeah, right. And now I'm going to share a link with you. Click on the link and open the site, and we are going to read the dialogue. Can you open it? Yuri, Alexandra, Sergey, can you? Yes, you do.
Now I'll open it.
Okay, Alexandra, can you open it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's read it. Alexandra and Yuri, you're welcome.
I've been getting.
Yes, Alexandra starts.
I've been getting a lot of headaches the past few weeks, and my co-workers suggested I go see an
optometrist.
Dr. Also, okay, let's take a look. Do you wear glasses or contacts?
I used to, but I had laser eye surgery there 3 years ago, and I don't wear them anymore.
I see. Well, let's check your vision. It may be that even though your vision was 20/20 after the surgery is changed and you are now either near-sighted or far-sighted. Cover your left eye and take a look at the eye chart. Read the last line that you can make out.
I can read the first line down, XCDOM8.
Okay. Cover your other eye and do the same. Good. I'm going to have a look through the matching and I want you to tell me if A or B is sharper and clear. Okay, A or B, A or B.
A is a little blurry.
Blurry. Размыто. Blurry.
I think B is better.
Okay, I think that you have developed some far-sightedness and will need reading glasses. I am writing out a prescription for you. When you pick out a frame, give them the prescription and they will make your lessons. Any questions?
Okay.
Oh, sorry. So, do you really think I need reading glasses? I'm not that old.
I'm sorry to say that you do. Some people have to get them earlier than others. At least you're not having any serious eye problems like glaucoma.
Yeah, I guess it's one thing to be grateful for.
Yes, thank you for reading, good reading. So what pieces of advice can you give us about having a good sight? Yuri, what do you think? How can we make our eyes healthy?
Ear gymnastics.
Gymnastics, yes.
Yeah, как бы a lot of fruits, berries, vegetables, drinking juices, vitamins, taking pills with vitamins. Not let a lot of time at the computer.
Yes, I agree with you.
Don't look a lot of TV sets.
Yes, thank you. You're right. Alexandra, do you have anything to add? How can we keep our eyes healthy?
No, I completely agree with Yuri.
With Yuri? Chunk, what about you? What do you think about health of our eyes? How can we keep our eyes healthy? I think that Chunk agrees with us and he's going to talk next time. And today I thank you for today's discussion and participation in today's class. I think it was interesting for you, and I invite you to my future classes that are going to be tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Have a good Sunday evening. All the best to you, and bye for now.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.